Hi, welcome. My name is Martin van der Hoven, Senior Pre-Sales Engineer at Kontent.ai, and I'd like to share what we in Kontent.ai are busy with AI and how we see that AI can really benefit content editors. And what we see on the screen is exactly what we want to do. We want to get rid of these tasks that you basically don't want to do: copy paste, importing content, translating in bulk. We want you to be in power and in control so that you can focus on the art of writing. And like what it says here, that the laundry and dishes can be done by AI itself. I hope in the future that can be really the future because I hate doing the laundry. Let me share the website that I'm using for today. So, Common Health is one of our sites that we use for these kind of presentations. And I want to add an FAQ page on this website with some FAQs that I already have written. I have a Word document with a list of FAQs that I want to put on the website. So I'm going to import them and then create an FAQ page so that we have them on the page itself. And I will show you how this can be done with AI in a couple of minutes. And by the way, Karma Health is our Kickstart project. So if you want to know more about Content.ai, this is an ideal place to start. You can do a Kickstart path with a content manager role or a developer role. And basically, you build the website that I showed you now in a sec, but then from scratch yourself. So it's ideal to learn Content.ai through this way. And of course, you can always go to the learning portal. There's a lot of documentation that's really nice and helpful. So what we are going to do, if I go back to the presentation, we are going to create the FAQ pages in a couple of minutes and we let the AI do the most of the heavy lifting, but we will also collaborate with the dev team. Because what do we hear as the most biggest key pain points is like it takes us too long to launch a new content item, especially when the content is not developed yet, like for example, in this case, the FAQ. We have no option of importing content, or again, we need involvement of dev. We have difficulties with creating structure of content so that we can reuse it, but we see also a lot of friction between us. So let me show you how we can solve that with Content.ai. Let's go back and let's sign into Content.ai. Let's go to Content.ai itself. Let me sign in. And when you sign in, you get directly on the mission control dashboard, which gives a lot of analytics on the content itself. Also, great benefit of using Content.ai. And you can also do a lot of collaboration. I have here, for example, a task that is assigned to me to import FAQs and add them to the homepage. But you can see here's the edited content and content assigned to you. But they have a really lot of beneficial dashboards that can really help you speed up and be in control over the whole content management and operations. But that's for another demo. Today we will focus on the FAQ. So we have here, I'm going to show the content repository where we have all the content. We will also see live preview. There are no FAQs yet. And the content types, which are the structures, the templates of the content so that you can easily create these and then be able to reuse that. And we have no FAQ yet. I'm going to start the AI assistant. The AI assistant is a assistant. This is the beta version. Let me start a new conversation. This is the beta version. So there will be a more proactive one that is always there, like the chat here on the left bottom side. Only the 24/7 support that will also not disappear. So you will always have 24/7 support with real people, no AI. So when AI got stuck or you want to talk to somebody because you're lonely, that's also always available in our platform. But the AI assistant will be there also. Now this is the beta version. So I'm going to ask AI. I like to import FAQ items into Content.ai, but be aware there is no content type yet. So could you also create that as a FAQ content type? And then these are the FAQs to import. And of course, now I'm typing. but you could also use voice assist to talk to the AI assistant itself. Now, also a big benefit of the AI system of Content.ai, it will not directly do everything. It will confirm, it will go in a conversation. Are you sure you want to do this? Well, how does it want to see? Now, this looks all fine. Yes, this is perfect. And can you keep them in draft? Because I see them before it gets published. And of course, you can also not skip. So say, for example, you have not the permissions to create content types, you're not able to do this. And say, for example, hey, the workflow prevents me of publishing unreviewed content. That will also not possible. So you have still all the boundaries and all the configuration and all the benefits of Content.ai itself. It will basically talk to the APIs. And so we are an API first platform. So what the AI system will do is everything that you're allowed to do as the person that signed in. Now, as we see, it's now creating the content item. So it created a new content type FAQ. It also has nice links to it, so I can directly click on this and it will open the content type itself if everything is correct. Yeah, there it is, content types. And now it goes to the FAQ. Yeah, question, answer. It also saw, hey, you want the question as a text and the answer is rich text, so that we can also make some markup. Of course, you can change the configuration if you don't agree. And in the content, it should now have like a couple of content FAQs. Yes, that's nice. Now we're going to add the page with the FAQ itself. So let me open the home page, University Landing. That's the homepage of this website. It will open directly live preview, which makes it able to edit and live preview the content. Let me open the tree. So I'm going to add an FAQ page here, create new page, which we will call FAQ. Let me close the preview and the tree because it doesn't have a preview yet because it has no content. Let's add the content itself. Let's add a subheadline, add an image. There's a lot of AI functionalities within the content itself. You can check the content, you can create content, you can validate also content, but that's for another video. Let me add the FAQs here. FAQs are directly on the top, so it makes it easy to select and add them. And if I now open the preview, it will preview my page if everything is correct. Yes, but it will not show the FAQs. And here's where your collaboration with dev comes along. Of course, hey, you already have done a lot by yourself, but how it will be displayed on the website, on a mobile app, is something that lies with the dev team or with your partner. But you have already speed up a lot. And in the meantime, the dev team could pick this up. So how this will work, so sorry for the people that didn't want to see code. I'm now going to switch to a little bit code, but I will keep it short. I have opened here the environment. So this is the code of the website itself. We have something in Content.ai that's called model generator, which calls Content.ai and then gets all the new content types, and then we can use it in the code. So this will get me now the FAQ content type inside my code. And in the meantime, I'll also start an AI assistant. This case is the Claude. It can also be Cursor or any other coding assistant that you want to use. And we're going to use that to help me write the FAQ component. So also coding can be definitely something that can be done with AI. I would of course not let somebody that doesn't know what he's doing let this do this. And you need to have some guiding, and you need to know what you're doing, and you need to have some testing involved, etc. But for the demonstration, let's now AI create the code. So this will look, hey, there's a new FAQ component. I have asked him, hey, can you create a harmonica component for on the website? And this will now create the component based on the TypeScript and will be able to resolve that if you add it to the page. Now it's now ready. We can check it, of course, in depth, but I'm going to commit this FAQ component, which will directly trigger also a release so that I'm able as a content marketer to check if it works and if I'm happy with this. So I'm going to sync the changes, and that was what I will show about the code. So what I've done before I show the result, we have created a content type and content in the UI in under 10 minutes. We have collaborated together with Dev, and Dev also was benefiting the AI. And we are having now a reusable component, consistent UX, and we have really true speed to market with headless and Kontent.ai. So let me now open the platform because it should be now released. And let me go to the FAQ page and let me refresh this. And if everything is correct, it's there, even with the smart link. So you can click on it, it will open the content item. And if I now see change, I can now change it without any help of the developers. So now I can reuse the FAQs wherever I want. And I have the FAQ page that can be published on the desired moment. Now, thank you for listening. If there's any questions, please let me know and then we can discuss it. Or if you have a request for another video, let me know. Thanks. Bye bye.